Hey everybody, so in a previous video that I just did, I ran through a workaround for the LinkedIn lead section here. The workaround was taking a Sales Navigator search export, and rather than running the search export through a Sales Navigator profile scraper, we ran it through a LinkedIn profile scraper so that the leads would show up here in your LinkedIn lead section. So then you could obviously segment and create lists and filter, etc., for whatever you're going to do with those leads going forward, right? So there's another workaround I want to show you, but I just want to show you the differences between those workarounds. So if we go to the Sales Navigator search export, which was our starting point in the last video, we took a Sales Navigator search. In this case, the Sales Navigator search is a search for the for just employees in Google, right? Really simple, straightforward search. Okay. So what we were doing is we were letting the search export run, and then we were feeding the search export into the LinkedIn profile scraper. Now, there's also a setting in the Sales Navigator search export up the top here in the behavior section, and it's extract default LinkedIn profile URLs and send leads to leads page. So this is obviously cutting the work in half, or cutting the number of phantoms you're using obviously in half, because we don't have to use that additional LinkedIn profile scraper to get the leads into the LinkedIn lead section. But having said that, there is a difference in some of the information that you'll get. And to show you the example I previously used in the search export combined with the LinkedIn profile scraper, I used these Google employees, these first 10 here. So they're coming from that LinkedIn profile scraper, so you can see the information we get there. And then the second example that I've just ran is I've used Phantom Buster, or the Phantom Buster team. So I've put in a Phantom Buster search into the Sales Navigator export, and I've actually enabled that extract default LinkedIn profile URL, so that it sends the leads to the LinkedIn leads page. So I just wanted to highlight that there's two ways of doing that, of getting a Sales Navigator search export into your lead section. Having said that, you can see, which is pretty obvious from the start here, that there's different fields that you'll get for both. So we'll see in the Google example, which went for the profile scraper, we don't have the industry. We do have the professional email, because I've selected that option on the profile scraper. We have a phone number associated with the company. We've a website that's associated with the profile. We have the LinkedIn followers. We have whether it's a LinkedIn open profile, but we don't have any of those, or we have other data points if we use the search export. For example, the search export option provides us with the industry. It doesn't provide us with a professional email, because we're not actually scraping the profile. We're not visiting and scraping the profile. We also don't know whether it's a LinkedIn, we do know whether it's a LinkedIn open profile or not. So there's just be aware that there's a couple of subtle differences between them. What I'll do is I'll export this sheet so you can actually view an example of what option gives you what data points. So I'll have that linked in the video as well. So I hope that helps. Again, just to be aware, when you're using either of those strategies, just be really aware of the Phantom Buster rate limits. It's something that's pretty important, and can get mixed up when you're running a search export, which is obviously a much higher rate, versus a profile scraper, because we're actually visiting the profile. So just be aware of those rate limits. I'll also have, and I have done in the previous video, is link a blog post that runs through all of those rate limits with you. Any questions, you can get me on the help if you just tag me in the help section or the help channel in the Phantom Buster Slack community if you're on it. Otherwise, if you're not, you can go to the Phantom Buster coaches page, and my page is here as well, which I'll also link in this video. So I hope that helps, and I hope that's nice and clear and easy to understand. Cheers, guys.